All right, St. Louis, I want to say, I know I've been a little rough, St. Louis. I've been beating you guys a little bit, but I want you to understand the reason I've been beating you guys is so I can get you to understand that you have not understood. All is not as it appears. All is not as it appears. We have been literally dependent upon physicists, and those that are considered to be intellectuals to tell us what we need to know in order to understand ourselves. They talk about black holes, singularities, electrical kinetics, subquantum kinetics, warp in space and time at absolute negative 273.15 Celsius, but yet they don't understand that they don't understand. You tell me, how can someone that's dying every day have the ability to create a perpetual motion machine to separate itself from hell on earth? You're literally dying and you don't even acknowledge the fact that you are, because you have not the power to know that there's more to what you know. We've been following false religion, false doctrine. That's right, I'm gonna call it as it is. You are that Big Bang that they think happened 13.8 billion years ago. You are, but yet conservation of energy says if we can go as far back as over 300,000 years after the Big Bang, everything remained the same. You have not a clue that you have not a clue. And yet you fail to realize how powerful you are capable of becoming. There's oftentimes I try to ask myself, how is it that we can literally jump up off the ground, and literally as you jump up off the ground, you're not connected to anything? Just imagine jumping up in the air and you're not connected to anything. But yet the food that you eat, the food that you eat is what's supposedly giving you the energy to be able to do the things that you think you're capable of doing. But the question you must ask yourself, is it the food, or is the food just a different sound? I'm one to believe that everything is an algorithm. Everything's ones and zeros, binary. But yet we had not the intellect to understand ourselves because we never went the right way. We've been going the wrong way ever since we known ourselves, but yet we categorized the wrong way as the right way because we had not the ability to know that the right way is not the way in which we're going. So we acknowledged it as truth, but yet it was a lie straight from hell. We've been following false religion, false doctrine. And you ask yourself, why have we been following this false doctrine since we've known ourselves? Because the laws of thermodynamics, entropy increases chaos and disorder, because you can't necessarily contract inward to be able to see the world as it truly is, because you lack the power to see it. It's no different than a computer that hadn't been upgraded. How can it tell you the calculations of the prime factors of something and it has not the power to tell you? But yet you have not the ability to seek to want to know the truth because you have not the power to want to know. So subsequently you continue to follow the same trajectory to nowhere. But there is a place you're following it, and that's to your grave. We're in trouble. But yet we know not that we're in trouble because we're having fun, acting a fool. But yet you don't know you're acting a fool because Mama Nims and all of them's been acting a fool. Your leaders are blind. Your government officials are blind. 170 plus countries are blind. Think they have power, they have no power. Think they have military, you fail to realize. Just all the military combined, just take Russia, China, America, and put them all together and have one force to fight one force. And the force in which they would be fighting is the force above every force, which is the perfect sound. And that perfect sound will literally annihilate them on just thought. It doesn't have to fight them, it just has to show up. And it'll bring them to their knees. We, unfortunately, have been living a deception. And the reason we've lived deception because those that are teaching us have not the ability to know that they lack the intellect to lead us anywhere. Many are looking for aliens, just like Stephen Hawking said, where are the aliens? There's no aliens out there. There are no aliens out there. They think they're aliens because they know there should be someone that is super intelligent. But yet what they fail to realize, that someone is us. We must literally strengthen our prefrontal cortex, hippocampus, and amygdala and be able to warp space and time. We must literally cause our synapses and neurotransmitters to be able to fire at a level in which you never thought they were capable of firing. And as a result, we'll be able to see everything face to face. Darkness has been ruling this world, and darkness is literally utilizing you as a host. It's been doing that for so long, but yet you don't have the mind to see it because you can't process it. In other words, you're living in the past, but yet you don't know you're living in the past because you're not going to know until you create a perpetual motion machine greater than what's suppressing you. It's sad. We've been following false religion for so long. We went out and followed the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, but yet we turned the Bible into fables and stories, and there's a mystery to the Bible, because I'm one to believe that the Bible is true at the molecular subatomic level, but the latter will kill you. With the latter, you're going to continue to follow fables and stories. It's going to sear your conscience like a hot iron, more or less, but yet you can't see that you're being seared because you lack the power to know that you are. How can you know your conscience has been seared like a hot iron if you don't have the power to be able to acknowledge the fact that you now know? Before you can come to the realization and acknowledge you've been living a lie, you must first manifest the truth. And once you manifest that truth, not a devil in hell can come up against such power. As I said before, greater is he that's in you than he that's in this damn world. We must become what we've been seeking to find. You're not human as you think you're human. You are a powerful light, but yet that light has not yet manifested its perfection. We must come to the conclusion that we never understood, and as a result, we can literally reverse the laws of thermodynamics and cause the puzzle that's literally expanding to contract and show us a different picture outside of space and time. The time is not tomorrow. The time is today for us to take that mountain. I'm willing to do whatever's necessary to fight for my children, fight for my grandbabies, fight for your children, fight for your grandbabies, fight for your family, fight for my family. We must come to the realization that nothing's as it appears. So many are dying, overdoses, close to 100,000 dying every year. Coronavirus, all kind of viruses and flus, bacteria. We're in trouble. Until you look in the mirror one day, hold your shoulders back and hold your head up and say, let's go. Nothing's going to change. You must fight for what is right. Many of you are 60 plus or 50 plus. You lived a long life, but yet you've never lived. You must say all or nothing in this season. You must not take the back seat to darkness. You must begin to understand that you are created in the image of God, and you must become that image. And when the damn devil see you, he's seeing God, which is a perfect sound. And that damn sound is above every sound. Oh, you ain't seen none yet? Trust me, I'm fearless. And more importantly, I know more than you think. May God bless you all and wake you up in this season. And remember, I love you. God bless.